Hi, I'm Shelley Edmondson, a Master of Educational Technology graduate candidate at Boise State University. I've been teaching secondary business education for the past 18 years, and I teach classes in computer applications, multimedia, and accounting. So technology has always played an important role in my classroom and curriculum. Over the years, I have continually updated my lab, purchasing new hardware and software as often as financially possible. It is always a challenge to try to stay current both with the technology in my classroom and with my own skills in using and integrating new technologies. Although I have always tried to take advantage of professional development opportunities in technology, it became apparent to me that my knowledge and skills were becoming more and more outdated. I felt it was time to push myself out of my comfort zone and decided to go back to school to pursue my master's degree. And the MET program at BSU was exactly what I was looking for. As a full-time teacher, a coach, mom, and a grandma, this program seemed to be a perfect fit as I could complete all of the coursework from home and therefore work it into my already busy schedule. With the encouragement of my principal, I decided to pursue an optional certificate in technology integration, as our district is in desperate need of a technology integration specialist. As I have completed the coursework for the MET program, I have tried to develop meaningful projects and lessons that will be beneficial to me as a classroom teacher or as a technology integration specialist. I'd like to share with you a short clip from the plagiarism video that I created for EdTech 501, Introduction to Educational Technology. I have chosen to share this artifact with you because it has been very valuable to me when teaching about plagiarism and copyright issues in my own classroom. This video discusses forms of plagiarism, including cheating, non-attribution, patch writing, and self-plagiarism. I created it for use in a high school setting as an introduction to plagiarism and copyright laws.
Did you know that even if you reword passages from another source, you have to cite that source?
I thought that as long as you read something and then put it into your own words, you don't have to cite the source.
Actually, that is called patch writing, which is another form of plagiarism.
After learning about Extra Normal and creating this animated video, I immediately had my students in my multimedia class create their own short animated videos. This is a great free online tool and it's very simple to use. This video has been uploaded to My Big Campus, which is a learning management system that we use in my district, and it's available as a resource for all teachers in our district. Since beginning the EdTech program, I have learned so much about Web 2.0 tools and other free online resources for use in the classroom. I knew that my technology skills were outdated before I began this program, but after taking this course, I feel much more confident in my ability to both locate resources and integrate technology effectively in my own classroom. The next project I would like to share with you is my instructional design project. This project was created in EdTech 503 Instructional Design and took the entire semester to complete. Although as a teacher, I have completed many unit and lesson plans over the years, I don't remember ever having spent this amount of time or thought on the design and development process before. The instructional design process consists of 4 activities: performing an instructional analysis, developing an instructional strategy, developing and conducting an evaluation, and revision. In completing the instructional analysis portion of this project, I had to determine if there was a need for my proposed instruction by the learners. To determine if there was a need for instruction, I created a survey using SurveyMonkey and sent it to a sample group of 20 high school and middle school teachers. The questions addressed the demographics of my learners, such as how many years of teaching experience they have, the software they have available on their teacher computers in their classrooms, the other technology they have available for use in their classrooms, their use of My Big Campus currently, and their interest in taking a video tutorial class. The results of the survey indicated that there was indeed a need for instruction, as well as an interest by the learners in how to create video tutorials. The next step in the process was to select an instructional strategy, as the main goal of the instruction is for teachers to know how to produce and publish video tutorials using Gene. The strategies I selected were based on those for teaching procedures. I developed this information processing chart, which shows the procedures to follow in recording a Gene video, as well as uploading a video to My Big Campus. Using this information processing chart, I then began creating the instructional materials that would be needed for teaching this lesson. The instructional materials that I created included an instructor's guide and example Jing video tutorials that I had created for use in my own class, and these learner handouts. This one on creating a Jing video tutorial, and this one on how to upload a Jing video to my big campus. I also included assessments. I included the self-check assessment for the learner to use in checking their own learning, a peer observation checklist that the learners could use as they observed their peers while they created a video, and the final instructor's final observation checklist that the instructor could use as they observed the learners creating a Jing video. After developing and designing all of the instructional and learner materials, I then had to determine how to best evaluate the effectiveness of this instructional unit. I gave all of the instructional and learning materials to a subject matter expert and had him evaluate them. Based on his comments and suggestions, I made some corrections and clarifications in my instructional unit. As technology changes, I can use and adapt this instructional unit to teach similar procedures for other video capture software, such as Screencast-O-Matic, which is the software I'm using right now, or maybe Camtasia. The final artifact that I would like to share with you is the project that I created in EdTech 542, Technology Supported Project-Based Learning. Before taking this course, I already thought that I had incorporated project-based learning in my classroom. I have students complete individual and group projects and simulations all the time. Well, what I was doing is a far cry from real project-based learning. According to the Buck Institute for Education, project-based learning is an instructional approach where rigorous projects are carefully planned, managed, and assessed to help students learn key academic content, practice 21st century skills such as collaboration, communication, and critical thinking, and create high-quality, authentic products and presentations. My PBL project is called High School to Career. This project requires students to not only research careers of interest, but to work collaboratively with their peers, the high school counselor, and local business and industry professionals to organize and host a career fair. So how am I going to motivate my students so that they want to participate in this project? Well, a good driving question and sub-questions can help establish a need to know on the part of my learners so that they are really interested and want to get down into the project and find out the answers to the question. My driving question, where are you going and how will you get there, is intended to get students not only thinking but discussing with their peers the careers of their choice and to actually devise a plan and the steps that they're going to need to take to reach their career goal. To ensure that my project addresses key academic content, I mapped my project to Common Core standards, as well as the Idaho Professional Technical Education Business Education Essential Outcomes, and 21st Century Skills. Some of the 21st Century skills that are incorporated in this project include learning and innovation skills, as students will be thinking critically and working creatively with others. They're going to be making judgments and decisions and solving problems throughout the process. They're going to communicate and collaborate with their peers, with this high school counselor, and with local and business and industry professionals. They're going to use technology skills in creating brochures, flyers, letters, and presentations. And they're going to use life and career skills. They're going to have to be flexible and adaptable. They're going to have to manage their goals and their time. They're going to have to work independently and be self-directed. They're also going to have to interact effectively with others and work in teams, and they're going to actually be held accountable for the end product, which will be the career fair. Other components of project-based learning that are incorporated in my project are those of student voice and choice. Students get to choose which careers are included in the career fair. They get to also decide what role they're going to play in the planning process. They also have opportunities for feedback and revision as they submit rough drafts of their brochures and flyers. And they also have practice presentations before presenting in front of the real audience at the end of the project. I incorporated the use of rubrics for formative and summative assessments throughout the project. Students have a reflection rubric, a project timeline rubric, and a presentation rubric that will be used throughout the process. They also have a presentation rubric, a collaboration rubric, and a rubric for their brochure and flyer. I really like rubrics because students have the opportunity to look at the rubric and know exactly what it is they're getting graded on before they even begin. And then they can use the rubric to check that they're meeting all the requirements while they're creating the project. For my PBL project, I tried to develop a project that would have real meaning to my students. I have shared my project idea with the high school counselor and my administration, who have been very supportive and are excited for the opportunity for students to take a leadership role in planning and hosting a career fair. I am planning to implement this project in January with the career fair to be held in the spring. Although I'm not planning to implement project-based learning on a regular basis in my classroom, I've learned so much throughout this course that can be applied to my own projects and simulations that I do use in my classroom. If I can just create a need to know on the part of my learners, give students an opportunity for voice and choice, and provide opportunities for feedback and revision, and make sure that students have a quality product at the end that they present in front of a real audience, not just me, students are going to be much more motivated and have a lot more invested in the whole project. These 3 artifacts that I've chosen to share with you are only a very small sample of my work, but I feel that they represent the real range and depth of the coursework that I have completed throughout the MET program. I realize that these projects are far from perfect, and I will need to continue to evaluate and revise them. There are so many projects that I would like to share with you, such as the web pages that I created using Dreamweaver in EdTech 502, and the professional development evaluation project that I created in EdTech 505, and the synchronous and asynchronous online lessons that I created in EdTech 521. The knowledge, skills, and strategies that I have gained over the past 2.5 years are invaluable to me. I no longer feel that my technology skills are outdated. In fact, I feel like a technology leader in my district. I am looking forward to continuing to share my knowledge and skills with my students in the classroom, as well as with my peers as a technology integration specialist. As technology continues to evolve and change the way we teach and learn, I realize that my educational journey is far from over. I am looking forward to continuing my professional development at Boise State University, as I hope to eventually obtain my online teaching certificate from the state of Idaho. I would like to thank you for taking the time to view this video and let me share my experience in the MET program with you.